podium, please, Lindsay Hatt and Spencer Dunstan.
Good evening, parents,
teachers,
and honorable guests.
and fellow grads.
Tonight we're here to celebrate our past
Enjoy our present.
and look to our future.
Well, grads, you really took a gamble in choosing some of the biggest procrastinators as your valedictorians.
But despite our short attention spans,
And lack of English skills.
we have finally managed to come up with a speech that we think is worthy of our grad class.
My name is Lindsay Hack.
And I'm Spencer Dunstan Adams, and we are extremely proud and honored to be chosen as this year's valedictorians.
Representing the graduating class of 2012. Our educational timeline began 13 years ago, when our kindergarten teachers opened their doors and welcomed us for the first time.
Some of us were petrified and unwilling to leave our parents' comforting embrace.
While others were eager to break away and experience all the adventures that sandboxes and sharing circles had to offer.
From our innocent elementary school days,
To our tumultuous days at middle school,
we have all grown, matured, and since then became a family in our final years at Princess Margaret.
in 1999, we set foot in our very first classroom,
Elementary school. I remember it like it was yesterday.
where valuable, life-changing choices were the least of our worries, and who had the 24-pack of Crayola crayons equipped with a sharpener was a really big deal.
In elementary school, we didn't care about what we wore, only who had the biggest collection of Pokemon cards, and when Pikachu was a way bigger deal than a party.
We started lifelong friendships,
We learned core values like sharing,
to saying please and thank you,
and that 3 seconds at a water fountain is not nearly enough to satisfy our thirst.
With what seemed to take forever, kindergarten to grade 5 was finally over, and we got our chance to walk across a graduation stage to the same Green Day song as everybody else in Canada.
Comparing our graduation to a fork stuck in the road. Even though elementary school was different for everybody, good or bad, these memories and lessons will forever remain tethered in our hearts.
In 2006, we went from being the oldest and ruling the school to being back at the bottom, making our first transition from elementary school to middle school.
Our rambunctious days at middle school started in grade 6, with all of our one-day relationships
Clothing restrictions for the girls,
and football every lunch for the boys. The many school dances we attended prepared us for our dinner dance where we learned,
when I do that soldier boy, I only do that thing, crank that thing. In our apple-bottom jeans and boots with the fur.
Thank you, Soldier Boy and Florida. Sometimes it's not the best to be in the middle, like when you're in the middle seat of a long car ride.
But sometimes it is a great experience, and the time slips by quickly, like when you're in the middle of a great movie and you are wondering what's going to happen next.
Middle school was a little bit like that. It taught us to look forward to opportunities and to make decisions on our own.
Like choosing between band and drama.
In 2008, upon finishing middle school, most of us had the opportunity to take a trip to UBCO Kelowna, where we first got the feel of being on our own and what our future could be like.
It prepared us for the many choices we had awaiting us as we eagerly prepared for our transition to Princess Margaret.
And in 2009,
Once again,
we were the youngest, trying to avoid being stepped on or shoved into lockers by the bigger kids.
on the first Friday of high school, we were welcomed by more school spirit than any of us had ever witnessed, and it set the tone for an incredible 4 years of great spirit days,
Intramural sports.
and a sense of family like never before.
We came to learn what it really meant to be a Mustang, and that through the victories on the field,
The grueling provincial exams,
or even the trauma felt by all of us when the bus accident happened last June.
we were there to support one another, just like a family.
As our grade 9 year progressed, we learned how important events like Halloween, Christmas skits, and Western Week were both to the students and the staff.
Finally, in grade 12, we were back on top, so to speak.
This was it.
Our big year.
We first really came together during our Lord of the Rings day.
I don't really know what it is about blocking off the common area and dressing up like hobbits to watch a fictional movie really brings a grad class together.
But it worked. Shortly after, Christmas was upon us, and the teachers once again marveled us with their creative abilities presenting their annual Christmas skits.
We were all impressed to see how well the teachers could party rock.
And how the rookies managed to keep their Bieber fever under control for the remainder of the year.
The 2012 school year ended in style with grad napping and a tailgate party in the school parking lot.
Through our water fights, barbecue, road hockey, and redneck hot tubbing, I think we all enjoyed ourselves a little bit.
Especially sitting in our classes sopping wet.
From those apparently simple lessons we learned in elementary school,
To the complex lessons in Physics 12.
we have learned in the end, it really all does come down to a few simple things.
Work hard, ask questions, and enjoy what you do. Thank you to the Princess Margaret staff for always going that extra mile for your students.
Even if it includes putting on tights to entertain us. You're examples of those basic life lessons every day.
Despite all of the learning that has taken place over the years, there are still a few questions remaining.
Will Mr. Corey ever get over his obsession with Eggers?
Will Mrs. Searcy ever enjoy the sweet victory of her favorite NHL team?
And who is our 2012 Mr. Maggie? For many of us, our time at Princess Margaret has been some of the most memorable in our lives.
This school has been a workplace for some,
A home for others, but an inspiration for all, and will continue to be for future generations.
We realize for some, high school hasn't been the greatest experience, but with a lot of hard work and determination, you are here tonight graduating with your peers.
Many of us have been together for 13 years and have bonded with one another, coming out of our educational journey not as a group, but as a family.
A Mustang family. To our teachers, we owe you all of our knowledge and life lessons you have patiently taught us over the past 4 years.
It has been a pleasure to work with such a fun and talented group of people. To our parents, thank you for being the driving force that,
Despite your frustrations, have gotten us through every step of the way.
the late nights we kept you up, first as small children and now as venturous teenagers,
The disagreements about what we wanted to wear,
cleaning our rooms and doing our chores were all steps of growing up.
even though some of us may still need help with all of those things. We have grown through your love and appreciate all that you've done for us. We love you. We hope that you are proud of us today and that we continue to make you proud with all that we accomplish as we begin the pursuit of our dreams.
I think what Lindsay is really trying to say is that as we go on, we remember all the times we had together.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time.
School's out for summer, school's out forever.
So send me on my way.
Well, Grad, you know what they say,
2012 was supposed to signal the end of the world.
but for us, it's just the start of a new beginning.
Dark 2102!